Hey guys, Raya here. I want to take a minute with this week's video and talk about the life event of turning 30. I turned 30 this year, and while I've never particularly cared about my age, I know that that can be a big deal to a lot of different people. So let me give a little bit of background about myself. I did a lot of things quickly when I was young. I did high school in 3 years and college in 3 years, which means I was fully done with education at the age of 20. I then worked in my career field for 6 years until experiencing some major health concerns as well as physical, emotional, and mental burnout. Around that time, I also started figuring out some long-term mental and physical health diagnoses that I hadn't had information on before. And when I decided to take a break from my career in 2019 and just do a bit of a reset, I had finally started figuring things out, and then COVID hit. So I lost the last few years of my 20s, just like a lot of people did, and that was kind of hard, especially since I finally had the financial, physical, and emotional freedom to travel and do all the other things I was interested in doing, but life was at a standstill. But one of the benefits of the last few years is I finally learned a lot of things about myself and about my interests and about putting myself first. And when I turned 29 last year, I realized that I really wanted to take the next year to move forward on a lot of my personal interests and dreams. Over the years, I've hyperfixated on new interests and new ideas, and I've never taken the time to fully flesh those things out and give them the real try they deserve. Hence the birth of Raya Tries. I decided to commit a year that is usually full of dread and misery and concern, seen as the death of youth in so many ways, and instead use it as a year to improve myself and start the beginning of the rest of my life. I committed to trying all those things that were collecting dust in my closet, and learning all the new skills that I'd always been interested in but had let my physical exhaustion or burnout push to the side. And I decided to start to travel to all the places I'd always wanted to go. And I also decided to make a YouTube channel documenting the process and keeping myself accountable. This year has been awesome and busy and tricky and exhausting and just so fulfilling. I've been going and going, trying so many new things and succeeding and failing at so many of them. I've done a video and therefore tried something new every week for a year. I've learned so many skills I've always wanted to, and so many I never anticipated even trying, and it's just the beginning. And I guess the major thing I'm reflecting on is how much I've grown this year. I've kept myself accountable to my goals, I've stayed busy while being self-employed part-time, and I've finally done so many things I had delayed for so long for no reason. And I'm just really proud. So here's a list of 3 big things I've learned as I turned 30. Things I recommend you try as you turn 30 yourself or at any age. Number 1. Don't choose others so much that you lose yourself. I've learned the joy of finally choosing myself and my own happiness. There's a reason that flight attendants tell you to put on your own oxygen mask first. And along with that, you also have to let go of the choices and mistakes of others, even if they are painful or inconvenient to you. You cannot control the fact that you are surrounded by idiots, as my favorite movie says. People choose to live in ignorance every day. People choose to think about only themselves every day. These people do not deserve your peace. It is vital to preserve your own peace by giving the same in relationships as you are given, instead of needlessly spending energy that is not reciprocated. You cannot give from an empty cup. And I'll add that if someone is taking from your cup without your consent, you can always get a lid. Number 2, always act in the best interests of your basic human rights: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Take care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. Take care of your home and your work. Always prioritize your safety and security. Make choices that maintain your highest level of personal freedom. And do all these things with an eye toward your long-term happiness and joy. Instant gratification and immediate temporary enjoyment can be fine in moderation, but all things will go better in your life if you think long-term. And it may sound cheesy, but the third thing is that it's never too late to make your dreams come true. If you put basic energy into your health and life, then with the technological advances we've made and the ones we will continue to make as a society, by the time you turn 30, you're only a third of the way through your life. That means you likely have 40 more years of active hard work to invest in yourself. Use your free time to become the person you want to be, to create the life you want, to learn the skills and have the experiences and make any dream you've ever had come true. You're the only thing standing in your way. You're the only person who will ever always choose you and be invested in your success fully every time. So go after what you want. I know that I may not be living the life you want for yourself, and I'm in no way telling people they should be trying to be like me. But I do think that age is just a number, and I've always felt that. I believe you can change your world and change it again anytime you want, as long as you're brave enough to give it a try. So go do it. Thanks for watching.